Hello, welcome back to Farming Simulator 25 with Sabbath Kiwi on map BR163, the Brazilian map, the Bridge Builder's Journey, episode 12. Woke up, well, I started this day with nothing available, did the tomato delivery, and now Katie's got a nice harvest job for us, some sunflowers. So we're going to jump over and do that. Hopefully we come away with a little product at the end, and it's not a high paying job. I think it's only about $7,000 minus the equipment lease that we're using. But hopefully some other jobs come into... Whoa, buddy, what are you stopped for? Come on. What on earth, dude? Crazy. And this is why I'll try to avoid the main road at all costs today. I am hoping a lot of harvest jobs come in because it is that time of year. Coming up to winter, we've got to get these people got to get their crops out of the ground. So this is the kit that Katie's given us to use. It looks quite nice. Is it a case 2, I think? We'll have a look. I'm not familiar with the brands and such. It is. It's a case. It looks very nice. Is it the 7150? Okay, so sunflowers on the go. We're looking at our jobs. That's our one. Yeah, it's a decent payout. It'll pay about 8,000. I will go through this throughout the day and choose some jobs as we go. Oh my gosh, I would love that one. The thing I was thinking of doing, I was going to buy a harvester and do that job for Ben. But, you know, our funds aren't fantastic. We'd be looking at one of these ones. And yeah, they're just not very wide, not a great capacity. We've got the Fortschrift we could buy. Again, yeah, not a very big width on those. So, yeah, you know, that was the plan. I wanted to jump in, become self-sufficient harvester, but that's a little ways away. I don't think anyone wants to watch me grind the biggest field on the map with the smallest harvester I have. That would be painful. And I don't want to sit there for hours on end doing it. Whoops. So, we're just going to take Katie, Walter, and David jobs today. Unless some spraying jobs come up, or fertilizer, or seeding. But I don't think there's any seeding at the moment. We're coming up to winter. It's going to be a quiet season. So I really want to push... What are we? April, yeah. So I really want to push to get as much money as possible. At the moment, this is our only job, so we should fit. I'll go the back road because it's all the way up the top behind the shop, up by the cerealist up there. I think we did a couple of jobs for Katie up there before, or at least one. Might have been a fertilizer job, I can't remember. I've done so many jobs for them. But anyway, it's field 23, is it? Yeah, it says up there anyway. So that's the plan. Get this done. Hopefully some more harvesting jobs come through for Walter, Katie, or David, and we can get onto that. We want as much money as possible. We also do need to check out the bridge later. It's just ticking through the last of the cement bags, I think it was, we put in there. This field looks ready to go, and I'm pretty sure that's Walter's field. It is. You know, I would love to get onto that field and do some corn. So hopefully he comes in and does that. Well, looking at all the fields as we drive past, what needs harvesting, and so hopefully he comes through with that job. But it doesn't look like it yet. So we'll keep an eye. There's a ploughing job there I may take. $10,000. It's a fairly decent sized field. But we'll see how we go with this first. Not sure how long this will take, but I do want to get as much done today. So today's episode may be a bit of a marathon one. Depends what kind of jobs we get as we're going on this. Yeah, sunflowers aren't too much of a pain of a job. I'm just looking at the wheel. Can you notice it? It's a bit funny. It looked like it wasn't spinning to me. Hang on. Is it just my eyesight? Yeah, I think it is. Almost looks like the wheel stops spinning. Maybe, yeah, anyway. let's get up to the field and get started. It's just up here, and the delivery to the cerealist, the sell point for the product, is just next door to it. So we're just up here on the left. It's not a very big field, bit of an awkward one maybe, only because it's got trees in the middle of it. But yeah, she looks pretty good. I don't think we'll have too much trouble with this one. Go and get the trailer and bring that up here so we're not mucking around, and then we can get stuck into this. It's looking really good. So I'll go and get everything sorted, get the tractor and trailer up here, and we'll get stuck in. Right, we're all ready to go. Look at that. Sunflower, let's go. I don't know how long this is, shouldn't take too long. As we're working, I'll flick through. You can see I've taken on a job. It's the ploughing job for Walter. So that's the job we're going to do later after this one. It's a decent payout. I don't mind ploughing, but I would like to do a lot of harvesting jobs because they pay out good and we get the bit of product afterwards. But beggars can't be choosers, so we'll do what we can. We're stuck going 10 kilometers an hour with this harvester, which is probably standard, but it's a long field, don't get me wrong, but it's not very wide, but neither's our header really. Well, I mean, I guess it's a decent sized, decent width header, but you know, it still might take a while to do this, but I do want lots of money. After we do this job, then we'll run over to the bridge and drop some more cement off there and get that stage finished hopefully by next month. So in the next episode in May, we can jump in and see what the next stage is. I can't believe we're nearly, what's this stage 4 we're on now. So we're looking pretty good. I think we're on stage 4. Anyway, I keep checking the job tabs because they do pop up pretty quick, and I do really want that job. It would take an age with the small equipment. If David comes up with another job, no, it's not David, no, it's Ben. See, we can't just lease Ben's equipment, otherwise I would just grab that straight away. We'd get it done in no time. But being that it's Ben, we have to have our own equipment to do the job. We can't be self-sufficient contractors for anybody, but I mean, we can be self-sufficient contractors for anybody, but we can't lease everybody's stuff. Only Katie, David, and Walter. So that's why we are on Katie's job this morning, and we've got Walter's ploughing to do after this. And I do hope he comes through with that corn job, because it's a nice little field, and hopefully we get some corn off it. And that's a decent sized lump of some. But yeah, this is the... I'm kind of indecisive right now. Do I splash out all our money, or some of our money, to get a harvester to grind that job out? Or do we just leave it? It would be a nice payout, $60,000, you know, but I'll be literally doing that job all day. I don't know how long it would take with a small header and harvester. I'd be back and forth, unloading and selling. I just don't have the trailer either. The 5,000 capacity trailer wouldn't cut it really. We'd be back and forth, unless I hired a worker to work for me. But then, yeah, we could afford that with that payout, couldn't we? But that's the dilemma I'm facing. Do I jump in and become a self-sufficient contractor for harvesting, or do I just stick to what I'm doing with the spraying, seeding, fertilizing, and just do these jobs with Katie, Walter, and David? But that $68,000 price payout is very, very tempting. Let me tell you, that would put a lot of my worries at the back of my mind, because we'd afford the next stage on the bridge quite easily. We could upgrade our yard, our equipment and such. We could probably get a bigger tractor maybe, because we do need a bit more horsepower for some of the things I want to do, like stone picking and that, and ploughing and cultivating. But I think for now, I'll just focus on doing this job for Katie. Hopefully something else comes in, and I'll jump back and let you know. But not much time has passed since I was before, but Walter did come through with that corn job. That little field we stopped at has become available, so I've signed up for that one, which we'll jump into after this. Nice little job, actually. It's a small field. I'm hoping to get a decent bit of product off it too. It's only a small payout, $4,000, less than that because of the equipment lease. God, you're a rip-off, Walter. Um, yeah, so, I'm just scanning. I want a decent payout for a job. That one I probably wouldn't bother doing. Half of it is going to be lease costs. But, yeah, that one is the one I really want to do, but we're not going to be able to do it, so. Anyway, we'll get stuck into this field and hopefully move on to the cornfield soon and get that done for Walter, and fingers crossed some more harvest jobs come up, because those are the kind of jobs I want today. Anyway, I'll get stuck back into this. Sorry for interrupting and jumping back in so quickly again. And yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Right, we stopped Katie's harvest job in the middle, halfway, because this job came up for David, which I want to do, but I need to clear up a job first because I've already got 3 on the board. So this being the smallest job and least paying job, we'll get this out of the way. It shouldn't take very long at all, hopefully. And we can, yeah, hopefully that job's still available, and we can get the harvest job with some soybeans, I think it was. $15,000 payout, not too bad. Oh, what's going on here? Did I not put my header down? Whoops. Not a great start. So we've got 2 harvest jobs we've got going on, a ploughing job. We want to get into another harvest job. That's a busy day ahead. We're already halfway through the morning, really. So we've got to get a wriggle on and get this done. Like I say, I'm hoping we get a bit of crop from this. Hopefully a decent amount too, that we can store up in our silo. We've already got some barley in there. No, sorghum, sorry. We've got some sorghum in there from the last episode, or the last harvest job we did. If we could chuck a bunch of crop in there today, I think best product for grain and crops is June-ish, around then. So, corn, soybeans, sunflowers, if we can get all them stored up, even if it's a few thousand litres of each, that's still a little bit of money, especially the soybeans. I think their best price is really good money, and that's next month. So we do want to jump on. I just want to get this done, knock this job out, then we can jump on and do that 3rd harvest job, and we'll do the soybeans. That's the one for David. I think I'm just going to ignore Ben's big $68,000 payout. It sounds a beautiful amount of money, but there's no way I want to spend all our money on equipment, because we've got to go over and do the bridge. So I was meant to do that, but we're going to knock this job out first. Then we'll finish Katie's job. Then we'll run over to the bridge and top that up with whatever it needs. I think it's cement bags. We put 11,000 in the last episode, I think. It's very hard to keep track because I did that a little while ago. So yeah, it's hard to keep track of what I've done with my recording. I'm actually about 2 or 3 episodes ahead of what's uploaded. So trying to remember what I've done isn't very easy at the best of times, let alone being 3 episodes ahead. So as I'm recording this, I think episode 10 was just uploaded. So yeah, let's get stuck into this job, otherwise we're going to be gas bagging all day, and you don't want to hear me talking all so much. So I'll get Walter's corn job knocked out, and I'll see you when this is done. Right, that's the field finished. This is all the corn we got from the field. I'm hoping that when we deliver it, we get a bit more. Is this the way in? I've never actually been to the cerealist before. I think this is actually the wrong entrance way, but hey, thanks buddy, appreciate you letting us in anyway. I don't think anyone's even in there. Where's the sell point? I've not been, I guess it's this big area here, is it? Yeah, must be. With the big blinking light on my map would help, Sean. Look at that. Gordon Bennett. I think that, yeah, that's it. Alright, let's see how much we come away with this corn. I know corn's not the highest valued product. It is decent price though, at the best time anyway. Let's see if I can stop it on time. Ooh boy, it's going down fast. Come on, come on, come on. What did we get? 4,500 litres of corn for us, as well as the $4,000 payout. Well, it's less than that because the lease hire, the lease fee for these equipment is ridiculous, Walter. Anyway, we get that supplemented by 4,500 litres of corn. What a score. I'm pretty sure corn is best sell date is June on this map. I'll have to double check it, but we'll store it in the silo anyway. Cash this job in, sign up for David's $15,000 soybean harvest, and yeah, Bob's your uncle, we're away. It'll be 3 harvest jobs on the go. Well, not on the go, this one's finished as soon as I deliver this. I don't want to cash out now and lose that 4,500 litres, because this is Walter's equipment. Anything inside it will just disappear. So we'll deliver this to the silo, and yeah, and then we'll get cracking back into the sunflower job, sign up for David's one, and then get on to that. We've still got the ploughing job to do, so that's another thing I've got to keep in the back of mind. I'll leave that till last, though. I think it's one of those tedious jobs where I could probably do it off camera at the end of the episode, but we'll see. Anyway, let's deliver this to the silo, and yeah, get some money, get some crop in the silo. We're looking pretty good, actually. I think it was 9,000 litres of cement we required to finish that stage. I can't remember. We'll have a check anyway. As soon as I do Katie's job, because we started it, we're about halfway through the harvest. Yeah. But yeah, if we can get a bunch of harvest jobs, like I said earlier, that would be great. We'd have a bunch of crop. What are we doing in the traffic? What did you stop for? That car just pulled out on him. I don't know what's going on. These drivers are the worst on this map that I've ever encountered. Mind you, I haven't really encountered traffic on FS25 apart from this map. The other 2 maps had no traffic, I did so. And I have mucked around on other maps to have a look, but not really fully seen what they can do. And if this is any indication of the AI, then oh my gosh, that's terrible. Right, let's deliver this corn into the silo, and that's 4,500 litres. Yeah, mum, let's go. It doesn't sound much, but when we haven't actually grown the product ourselves, looking good. About 3,000 litres of sorghum, 4,500 litres of corn, looking good. I am extremely happy with that. Let's get this trailer back over to the shop, so then I can jump in my tractor and drive up and finish this job off, cash out, and get back onto Katie's job, because there's still a bit to do there. Like I say, whoa, I'm not focusing on the road. I'm about halfway through her harvest job, so let's get that finished and see what else pops up. We've got to sign up for David's job too, that $15,000 job. We've got to sort that out before it disappears. I do want that. Soybeans are a good product. Nice, easy harvest. Nothing too tricky about it. Right, where's my tractor? Anyway, let's cash out this job for Walter. It's not very much money. A few $1,000s. But anyway, we've got some corn. We've done a harvest. We've got his plough job still. Ooh. I want to take, yeah, we'll take that job. I keep saying ooh when I see the $68,000 job, because it's so tempting. That would just put all my worries behind me. We'd be set for a while. Well, that's just next door, really, across the highway. So, what a nice bit of kit that is. Whew. And that's the trailer. So, obviously, it's a big load. Hopefully, we get a bit of soybeans out of that. We'll see how we go. Anyway, jump in our tractor and let's head over back to Katie's field, finish that off finally. Poor Katie, she's watched us dip out halfway through to do Walter's job. But, you know, I needed to knock that out so that, I mean, it probably would have worked out the same if I'd finished Katie's job, but never mind. Anyway, let's head over to Katie's field. I'll see you in a bit. This is the last lot of Katie's sunflowers. and then the job will be done. We'll see what kind of product we'll get left over with after, and then we can cash out and head over and do that bridge, because yeah, we have probably let it run dry and it's not so efficient now. That job's done, we're finished. It took a little while. Like I said before, it probably would have been about the same amount of time to finish this than it did to jump over. We probably wasted time jumping over to Walter's job in hindsight. But regardless, never mind. We've done it. It's done. But yeah. I was kind of just panicked because I didn't want to miss out on that David's soybean job. $15,000. So, yeah. Hopefully we get a bit of product out of this. I don't think we'll get much. Certainly not as much as the corn. That was quite generous with the corn, actually. It was a good yield off that field. I remember, I think we did a couple of jobs on that small field for Walter, so we kind of prepped it and boosted that, I guess, maybe. But I do feel sorry for Walter. These are his peas next to us, and they have withered because I didn't take his job. And we'll go in the, I was going to say correct gate, but I guess, no, we don't want to weigh. No. We'll avoid the authority with this one. I think that's the weighing station as you go in, but I don't fancy getting stuck in the narrow little drive through there. Knowing my luck, I would. Anyway, let's drop this in here and see what we come out with. Hopefully at least a couple thousand litres. I don't think it'll be much, unfortunately. See if I can stop it on time. Oh, I was a little bit over. Oh, I went a little bit over, but we got $1,500 extra for that. And we've got about 3,000 litres of sunflower seeds in here. Brilliant. Now, I don't know if it's best to put it into a production or just sell it as it is. Again, I think the best sell date is June, around mid-year. So we'll hold on to it for a while. Give me a month to consider my options. Maybe we do, but that would mean making a production to make oil. There are some cheap options out there which I could do, but I don't really want to dip into our funds too much because that's meant to be for the bridge. So I think I'll go and drop this off at home, and I'll see you when we get to the shop. I'd already parked my trailer up here earlier, ready and in anticipation for it. Now, where are the cement bags? We only need 9 of them because we did 11,000 litres the last load. This will finish? What the heck? What kind of language is that? This will finish the stage 4. Yeah, this is stage 4 we're on now of the bridge. I don't know how many stages there are, to be honest. I do know that this is stage 4, yeah, because we did the tools, cement bags, then the rebars and concrete beams, and then, yeah, we chucked the first load of cement bags in the last episode, and this should finish it off. So come May, we should be on to stage 5. Wow, well, that's if there is a stage 5. I don't know. It might be complete after this. I doubt it. We've only got the foundations and pillars in for the bridge, so yeah. Let's load this up. This isn't very entertaining footage as usual. So I'll load all this up, and then I'll see you over at the bridge. We'll chuck it in there, have a look at where we're at. I think it's empty at the moment, so it'll be 9,000 litres to process. Anyway, I'll see you over there. Ugh. Yuck, sorry about that. Right, we pretty much know that this is the last load for this stage. Yep, that will tick over nicely. And yeah, it's not going to go through it all in one day, so we won't get an update till the next episode, but that'll be finished. We'll be on to the next stage, or the bridge will be complete. We'll have to wait and see. There's not much information about how many stages there are. Anyway, I haven't got really much time to ramble on as I normally do, so let's head over and get that soybean job done. Well, I love the equipment David's given us. It's a nice wide header on this one. I don't know much about this JD harvester, but I imagine it's got a really good capacity too. So we're not going to dawdle around too long with this. Gas bagged for like 20 odd minutes already, I think, maybe longer. Depends what I do in editing. I'll probably cut a lot out because, like I said, I think this is going to be a long episode. The harvesting jobs are coming through, so this is our third harvest of the day, and we've still got that ploughing job to do for Walter. The more I look at it, the more I regret taking it, because these jobs are a lot more fun. We get a lot more money, we get a lot more product. Although $10,000 for a ploughing job is pretty decent. But she's not a small field. She's a pretty long field. Now look at those trees. The top's just floating. Ugh, I didn't like that. That didn't look cool at all. Sorry about that. Not sure what that is. Maybe that's just the rendering. I am on a Series S, so rendering's probably a major issue for me. Anyway, this is the rambling I was talking about. So I reckon I'm going to get stuck in. I'll put some tunes in and tunes on and knock this job out, and I'll put together probably a montage for you because you've sat through my gas bagging enough. So I'll see you when we're done. That didn't actually take that long to do. I thought it would take longer. It was about 20 minutes in real time. Yeah, because it's only been about an hour since we started the job, so that's actually really good. Now, how much are we going to get out of this? How many litres do we have? 40,000 litres. Wow. Hopefully we get a decent amount out of this. I'm not sure how it's going to work though, but we'll see how we go. We are going through the wrong exit again, only because I'm not getting stuck up there and embarrassing myself. Myself. I just did embarrass myself. God damn it. I'm good at that. Anyway, the job is finished. This is the load. 40,000 litres of soybeans. What a good field that was. And yeah, we'll get about $15,000 payout plus some product. And yeah, I did accidentally cancel the ploughing job. I was looking through jobs while I was working on the soybeans and accidentally clicked the wrong button. So that job was cancelled. Cost us about $700, but never mind. I did take on another harvesting job and a spraying job. There's another sunflower job. I think it's for David. And the spraying jobs on the field we just did of sunflowers for Katie this morning. So we're going to go and spray that. The weeds have popped up already, same as Walter's field actually. So I'm thinking I might, because the job is quite far away, it's past town the other way, down the other end of the map for the sunflowers for David. So I might, why is this not unloading? What am I doing wrong? Hang on. Yeah, because I'm going to hire a worker when I'm carting the sunflowers because it's such a long way away that I may as well hire a worker while I'm delivering the load. It just makes sense. But I mean, it's not going to cost that much. Probably a few $100 at most. I can't seem to get this to unload. Let me get my options open. My help menu. Let's see if we can't tip it for some reason. What's going on? Oh, we have to change it to tipping at the back, do we? Okay, done that. Where's my option to unload? Oh, good God, we need to finish this contract. Come on. There we go. Finally. Why it's all the way back there, I don't know. Anyway, it's unloading now. Let's see how much we're going to get out of this. Oh boy, it's getting a bit close. What are we going to get? Well, I stopped that right on time. I didn't get any money, and I kept just over 3,500 litres of soybeans. Fantastic. Man, how did I stop that bang on time? I didn't get paid a cent for any product. We kept as much as we could that time. That's so good. Anyway, this could be a bit of a drop. It's not that far. We're just down the highway, I guess, and around the roundabout. But yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Right, we can cash in that job, and there's that. It's a Walter job for the sunflowers. Sorry. So cash in that. Well, we gotta. I've just had to drop this off on the concrete pad where the stones used to be because it wouldn't unload in the silo. I think because I couldn't fit over the silo dump point there on this. So I'll shovel them into the silo later off camera. But over 3,500 litres of soybeans is fantastic. Yeah, so, oh gosh, nearly another accident. This roundabout is notorious for bad drivers. Gee willikers. Anyway, yeah, so we got, cancelled the ploughing job by mistake, which I'm kind of glad I did, to be honest. And no, it wasn't on purpose. I accidentally did it. I've done it before with jobs in the past. But I did take on that, a better harvesting job, actually, and I hope we're going to get time. We are nearly at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. There we go. Thank you, David. 13,900. Let's say 14 grand for that job. God, we're looking good at our money now. Right. So I've taken on a spraying job, as I said, as well, which is independent. We'll do that ourselves. This is what we've got. The Class Alexian 8900. Not too bad. Oh gosh, it's a wide header. Whoopsie. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't you dare tell Walter that I just smashed up his header. It's a nice decent header too. So the field we're doing, I think I may have done spraying on that field at some stage. I'm going to have to take the trailer because I'm not going to get out the gate. Let's see if I can put this down. Is that on? Oh, now I'm stuck. Uh-oh. Help. What the heck? I'm guessing it's meant to be put on the other way. But why do they set the trailer up that way? I mean, I get it. The hitch is at the front there, but... Oh, God. Oh, there we go. It fixed itself just like magic. Yeah. I wonder why they don't spawn on the other side of the harvester to make it easier, especially when you've got a trailer and tractor there. Anyway, we're down there, and it is a decent sized field, but a decent payout as well. So we're going to be looking good at the end of this episode. I still have the spraying job to do, so no problem there for money. We'll be okay. Oh, look, another accident on the roundabout. Let's go the other way and avoid all the nonsense. Jeez Louise. So yeah, let's head over to that field and avoid the traffic, and I'll see you over there. It's not a far journey, but yeah, it is a bit of a journey. This is that big field that Ben's offering. That's the one we sprayed that time. God, I wish I could take it. I mean, we could buy a decent little harvester. and trailer with the money we've made today, but we're running out of time, so I don't think we're going to get onto it, unfortunately. Hopefully someone harvests it, because that looks like a decent yield off there too. He's still offering the job, so yeah, that not really worth it, but yeah. There is a spraying job for Walter as well on the cornfield we did. But anyway, I'm gas bagging. I'll see you over at the field. And this is it. This is the one we did the spraying job for, fertilizer job, I think it was. Yeah. So could be a good yield off here for sunflowers. We already got, I forget how much we stored up now. Was it 3,000 litres? Something like that. So this isn't too bad. We get some more sunflowers. We have got rain in the forecast, so I do really want to get this done as quick as possible so we don't lose any yield. But we can only do what we can. Like I said, I might hire a worker once I get to the delivery stage, because yeah, I'm such a distance away that by the, it's just downtime really, and it's only going to be a few $100 while I'm away delivering. And I may even jump over and start the spraying job while I'm out that way, while I'm waiting for the worker to fill up. But I'll get a start on it, and so he doesn't get all confused and caught up on anything. I'll clear all this kind of stuff out the way so he's away from the house and the fences and stuff. And yeah, and this is our 4th harvest of the day. What a cracking day, man. I love harvesting, I do. Not the peas or the spinach and the vegetables and root crops so much, but the grains and sunflowers, corn, those kind of crops. I love harvesting those crops. That you go slow, but it's, you put your headphones on and just chill out and get it done with some music in the background. I love it. And we get the product at the end. I like looking what's on special. The only thing I'd really buy is maybe the baler or the log trailer, but we're not really doing much of either of those, so we did that one baling job for Walter a little while ago, but that's been the only job. Yeah, there's bad weather coming in our way, so we better get stuck into this and get this done as fast as we can. What is going on? I can't lower my header any lower. See? Can't do much about that. Is it just because it's on like a little bit of a bank there, I think? What a horrible design of a field you got here, Walter. Jeez. Anyway, let me get stuck into this and I'll see you in a little while, eh? Well, the rain hit. So it's raining. I got the worker on the field while I deliver this. Probably not ideal to be harvesting in the rain. We're about halfway through the field. But, it's pushing on. Time-wise, it's already after coming up, 4:30-ish? So, yeah, I really just need to get that field done. I don't want to be working in the dark and through the night. We've had a long day already, actually. Quite a busy day. It's been good. This time, I might go up the way station just because I will be a good little boy. Let's see. Probably get stuck because it's quite narrow. Oops. We didn't even check our weight because I was getting stuck. I don't want to get stuck up there and ruin the job. I'm paranoid. I'm panicking. I want to get this job done and get paid out. This is just the first load of sunflowers, yeah, for Walter. So it's been a good day. I'm actually enjoying it. Rather than doing cultivating, ploughing, that kind of stuff, we're actually out here. Well, and see, the worker is almost 80% full. And that's because I didn't empty his tank fully because the trailer was already nearly full. Alright, I'll see you in a bit. Now this is the last load for that sunflower field for Walter. And let's see what we can get off this, and if I can be just as lucky with stopping it in time like the last one. Let's see. Come on. Ooh, we managed to tip a bit in there, but that's okay. We've still got over 4,500 litres of sunflower in here. That is brilliant. We got a good collection of sunflowers. We got a decent amount of corn. Well, 4,500 litres of corn. Wow, it's been a good day. We got some crops in the silo. We got some cash in our pocket. Well, we'll have some more after this too. I'll get this delivered home first. And gosh, it's been a long day. Hopefully I can trim this down a bit so it's not going to be a bit of a marathon, because I've been on here for a couple of hours now. Granted, I haven't been recording everything. Whoa, careful now. But yeah, this rain just started probably just before I finished filling up this trailer. It was just started raining. Not ideal to harvest in the rain, I know, but you know, we still got 4,500 litres or so of sunflower out of it. And what now? I'm looking at jobs. I started the spraying job while the worker was working, but yeah, I'm going to finish that off camera, I think. It's only a small one. It's just that sunflower field we did. So I've got the equipment over there. It's just waiting to be finished. Well, I'm only about quarter of the way through. So, but once we dump this, we'll get about $12,500. We're looking really good. We are banking that money because I know the next stage is probably going to cost a bit more money for the bridge. Once that cement runs through, that won't run through till tomorrow. Oh, well, May. So the next episode we'll be jumping in to see what the next stage is. So that's coming up in the next episode. Stage 5, maybe? Question mark? Or is the bridge complete? I guess we'll have to wait and see, and you'll have to tune in for that. That was a nice hook, wasn't it? But yeah, I still have the soybeans on the concrete pad. I will have to shovel into the silo. It is raining, whoops, and we are just cutting traffic off because we really don't care at this time of the day. It's what, after 5 o'clock now. Boy, oh boy, it's been a long day, actually. Started early this morning delivering tomatoes and wondering if any jobs would actually come up, because there was nothing on the board when I started. God, we're looking good for cropping there, aren't we? And come June and July, we're going to have a lot of money, but this rain, I think I'm going to call it a day. There's no point doing any more jobs. The rain's not stopping. We're just going to lose product. I'll finish that spraying job off camera and get paid up for that. And yeah, and I'll see you in the next episode. There are jobs I could do. There's a stone picking job I was thinking of too, but nah, I'm done for the day. I'm going to put the soybeans in the silo. Yeah, and call it a day. And I'll see you in the next episode where hopefully the bridge will be complete. Unless there's a stage 5. So you'll have to tune in for that one, won't you? Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Much appreciated. Take care. Stay safe. Bye.